So tonight we're doing something a bit special, at least for a bit at the beginning. Namely, we're gonna look at 2017 in Repose, which means just talking and chatting about the previous year for a bit. Because I thought that might be interesting in some fashion. So let me get set up here real quick. How am I gonna do this? Right. Here we go. Feel free to chime in at any point. During this. So cut off some pixels. There we are. Good. Alright. Hello. Also, let me get things. Don't show me your list yet. Let me get some music on in the background. Let's just listen to. Why not? Very quietly. Alright, so this is a quick website I put together with all the fucking games I've streamed in 2017. I excluded those that we aborted, because I didn't feel like playing them anymore, and I don't feel like they should be on the list. So these are the 30 games that we either completed or streamed enough to put on there. If you want to put together your own list of things you enjoyed having seen streamed, you're more than welcome.
When are we playing Riven again?
We will do that at some point, I promise you. Anyway, if you want to put together your own list of how you enjoyed your streams, I would be very interested in seeing them. So I'll be putting together my own list here. This is currently unsorted. And I guess I'll talk a bit about how the experience was for me. And naturally, I'd be very interested in hearing how you guys... was from your side, which things you enjoyed watching. Might be very different, because, you know, depending on various factors such as funny commentary or witty stuff happening, things might have been much more funny or less fun to watch than they were to actually play. So the first one, the top place, is a very obvious pick for me, which is gonna go to Nier Automata. I'm not sure how much I need to say about this, given that we'll be revisiting this very shortly. But Nier was... I don't know, it just resonated on a rather deep level.
The times when you had to spend setting up your computer should be its own entry.
Yeah, I guess. Technical issues should be its own game. But yeah, Nier was extremely fun to play, and everything around it just timed very well with me, so that was a very obvious pick for
Nier Automata sure was a video game.
It sure was, buddy. Alright, I was actually surprised when I went through the list of how many things I touched upon this year. So, another very high ranking one is definitely MGS3. That was... While it was certainly painful at times, it was still such a tremendously good, fun game to play. So that's going up there. For sure. What else we got? We got so much stuff. Splatoon, definitely up there. Still playing it, so... that's... I don't know how much I need to say about Splatoon. It's just such a really fun multiplayer. Probably the most fun I've had in a multiplayer game ever. Yeah, don't know how much else to say about this. Strohmeyer really got me worked up, bastard, so that's definitely a high one as well. I don't think I need to mention anything besides Strohmeyer, really. I mean, what more you want out of a game than memes for the streams. No, in series, Soma was... I mean, I've already... Wow. I've already seen Soma a couple of times before I actually played it myself, so... It was already a game that I enjoyed a lot previously, but playing it on my own, it was still fairly interesting to see how I managed to get through it, so... That was definitely enjoyable. Then, let's see here. Silent Age was mostly boring, so that's definitely gonna go to the bottom there. What else we got? Layton's Mystery Journey. We haven't finished it, and we haven't really gotten back to it, mostly because I've just
Persona 5.
Mostly because I've just grown bored of it. I'll get to Persona, don't worry.
To the top.
No, buddy. No. Mystery Journey is, I don't know, it's very different from the other Layton entries, and the one thing that I enjoyed the most about Layton in general is the story, much more so than the puzzles. I enjoyed the spectacle and the weird intrigue about things, and that's just not really here. There's no grand plot or anything
Best
like that.
part of Splatoon's multiplayer experience is the lack of text-to-voice chat.
Yeah. Mostly I agree, but I also disagree, because, you know, if you wanted to actually play with friends and in a team and stuff, then I'm sure voice chat, especially Salmon Run voice chat would be excellent. I do want to try that with like his Splatoon Discord that I joined at some point, but I just haven't ramped up the courage yet. Anyway, Layton's Mystery Journey unfortunately has to go to the bottom.
The best part about Splatoon is its stable connections.
Yeah. Good. I should deck it some scores just for that. Alright, what else we got that I can rule out easily? One shot was wildly enjoyable. I don't know, it was just really short and charming, but I don't know, it didn't really resonate that much with me. I don't know.
Layton was disappointing, true. I really wish she had faced mysteries and villains on level with those of her fathers.
You know, that's the thing. I don't even know how far we are into the game. So I don't know if that's yet to be uncovered or if it's just a completely different approach to the Layton formula, I guess. So I feel kind of bad. I do want to continue it, but I don't know when. It kind of lost me. So we'll see. We'll see. What else we got? Lisa. Lisa was... I'm torn. I'm torn on Lisa. I loathe RPG Maker games. I'm sorry, but I just cannot stand the fucking RPG Maker menus and the stupid turn-based combat. Lisa did a bunch to try and lighten that up and like freshen it up and make it a bit more interesting, but it was still in the end G-Maker, and it's just not my thing. The story was good, but it was also kind of too much into the area of just, hey, fuck you for no reason. Like it was, yeah, it definitely had its high moments, but overall it was kind of too much of an attempt at just screwing you over somehow. I don't know. That was kind of...
I agree.
That kind of left it in the dust for me a bit. Okay. What else we got? Ghost Trick. Ghost Trick. Oh boy, Ghost Trick. I played Ghost Trick twice before this. A couple of years before, but it still held up. It's really good.
Ghost Trick.
Yeah, Ghost Trick. Let's see, what else we got? Victorio... Victoria is a game that is... Like, there's months where I'm just in the mood to build stuff and do nothing else. And then after that, I just don't care for it. It requires me to be in an extremely specific mood, and then I'll be extremely for it. And outside of that, I'll be extremely not. So, I don't know. But Victoria's cool, but I'll place it somewhere in the middle, I guess. Let's see what else we got. Soma, Mist. Mist was... I still love Mist, but I feel like the streaming of it was kind of... I don't know. It felt kind of underwhelming to me because mostly I just went through the game pretty rapidly, solving the puzzles on my own pretty much instantaneously. So I feel like a lot of the interesting parts of Mist about, like, pondering about the lore and being stuck in these places got lost in translation, so I'm gonna have to deck it for that. What else we got? Deuce.
Whenever you get the Victorio mood again, the Bob's plugins are marvelous now, almost its own game mode, and there are a bunch of updates.
Yeah, I think we already used a bunch of Bob stuff, didn't we? Back when we played together. Anyway, Human Revolution was a lot of fun. Mankind Divided was also a lot of fun. The problem why I'm torn between it is because Mankind Divided story was just cut short. It's so obvious that Square Enix just slammed the team on the head and said, yo, you gotta get this out. And then it was just like they amputated an arm off of it or something. It left a foul taste in my mouth afterwards. We're getting back into the DLC now, which is so far good. But yeah, the main game, which is what we're judging here, while the gameplay in mechanic improvements were definitely well received over Human Revolution, I just need to pull it into the middle for that. Human Revolution is going to be up there still. What else we got? Breath of the Wild. I did watch a full playthrough of it, like hours of streaming before I played it myself, and still ended up really liking it, just, you know, wandering around doing whatever, so definitely going up there. Odyssey was kind of... I don't know. Odyssey is like, I see everyone else raving about it and like really, really loving the game, and I just don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't know. It just didn't really entice me that much. I can't entirely tell what it is about it that didn't chime with me, but yeah, still up there purely based on like how solid the game mechanics are and gameplay, but I don't know. Alright, what else we got? Witcher. These were early in the year, so it's been a good while since we played them, but Hearts of Stone is definitely way up there. Blood and Wine as well, but not quite much as so. What else we got? Transistor. I talked about in length about my problems with the game back when we played it, so I think this is about the proper spot for it. I mean, it's... None of these games, except for maybe Silent Age, are like games I hated or didn't like playing. So even being this far down doesn't really mean all that much, but yeah, Transistor is definitely not something that's gonna get up in here. What else? Pokemon Moon. Having a difficult time placing this. I don't really remember much of the stream. Except for It's Your Boy and yeah, I don't know. Guess I'll leave it here. Sonic Mania, gonna go in the middle somewhere. Night in the Woods was very solid, even though the ending was kind of abrupt, and I feel like it could have gone on for quite a while longer. Guess upper middle something. Now it's getting tough because things are not that easy to tell. The attention was sweet and short. I still quite enjoyed that, so this place seems about right. Now the Hotel Dusks and Lost Windows. Both were really solid. The only problem I had with the games was that at times there was just too much talking. You know, since I had to narrate everything, it really just did sometimes feel like it was, you know, reading an audiobook for people. So it was less gamey and more me just reading text, you know, and so that was a bit of a problem at times. But Hotel Dusk is above Lost Window for me. I think I explained why at the end of Lost Window. So let's see, somewhere something this maybe. All right, Fire Emblem Fates. Not even gonna say anything about that. Fire Emblem Awakening. I enjoyed this definitely a lot more than Fates, but the fucking anime shit still leaves a sour taste in my mouth, so I'm gonna have to put this somewhere down here.
Goodbye, Fire Emblem Fates.
I won't miss you. Alright. What else have we got? Bastion. I think I could replay Bastion 100 times and still like it. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point I reach that number. But I'm gonna have to deck it some points just based on the fact that it's not that novel for me and it's very short. So let's see, what else we got? Enter the Gungeon. Gungeon was and is very pleasant to play, but it's so hard. Just so hard. By the way, Genji, I hope you're putting together your own list using the website I linked. If that would be nice, because I would be very interested in seeing which streams you enjoyed and or didn't. So yeah. Anyway, Gungeon is gonna go lower middle somewhere.
You linked it.
I did. Indeed.
Oh, I missed the link.
Shame on you. A shame on you. What else have we got? Yeah, Witcher 3, Heart of Stone. I mean, the story was so perfect. That was really, really delightful. So I can only recommend it. Blood and Wine was less so, but it was still really good, especially in terms of the environments that they added. That was like, Toussaint is still amazing to look at, and I still have it in the back of my head to sometime replay The Witcher, possibly on a higher difficulty. But it, you know, it's in the cards, but not any specific date. Bao was nice at the beginning, but then it sort of went a bit too weird and too fantastical, so I don't know, it was just okay, I guess. I'm gonna put it down here. What else have we got? Zelda, Odyssey, Mania. Mania was very good except for the last level. And at the end it felt kind of short. Guess lower half something. What else have we got? Tension I talked about. I think I talked about everything except Persona 5 now. If you want to see my in-depth, well, sort of in-depth analysis of the game, or talk about most of my issues with it and my the things that parts I enjoyed of it, then watch the last, I think, 20 minutes of the final stream in the playlist. It will explain a lot of the problems I had. It was still, despite all the flaws it had, I played this fucking thing for 95 hours. So, yeah, I mean, there was something there keeping me going. Oof. It was also just fun to deck the game and like fucking shit on it. So, I'm gonna have to put it up here somewhere. Which might surprise you. I'm actually gonna put Fates above.
I hope you finally
these
have
two.
electricity.
We did have electricity, I think. We didn't get the trumpeter, which is unfortunate. Or trumpeter. If we ever, for some godforsaken reason, end up playing a fucking Persona game again, I'll for sure have to... You'll have to remind me to, like, make sure that I can get the trumpeter and not screw myself before it's too late. So please remind me of that next time we make the, or I make the mistake of playing a Persona game. So yeah, all right, so this is a rough sorting now. Let's see what else we can do. This is really tough. Especially tough because some of the things I don't remember too well. I wish I could, like, restore my mind from back when I finished playing it. That would be very helpful. I think I'm... put that... It's tough. By the way, I don't know why it does this, where it wraps the text. Sometimes I couldn't figure out why it does that. Sometimes it doesn't anymore. See? Web development, hooray! Yeah, this is now just down to minutia. Poof. I'm sure some of these are just, you know, it's going to be biased, even against myself. Simply based on how recent or old some things are. And what I'm, like, what my mind tries to do to try to figure out what I thought at the time, so... it is bound to be inaccurate. But I think this is... about right, overall.
I'm sorting them in order of how much I enjoy watching you stream the game.
Yes, that's what I was hoping to see. Right, so I think this is about right. So in order we have Nier Automata, clear first place by a margin. Splatoon 2, which will continue into the new year. You'll see more of that. If you hate it, tough luck. Metal Gear Solid 3, probably Kojima's best work to date. I mean, who knows what with fucking Norman Reedus and the Filthy Fetus. I don't know what the fuck is going on there, so I guess we'll see what happens when Guillermo del Toro and Kojima make a baby. Literally. Right. Witcher 3, Hearts of Stone, yeah. The more I think about it, the more I just want to replay it. I know that, like, the Witcher games have a... or, well, Witcher 3 especially has a bit of a problem in that the combat is not very interesting. But I still very fondly and very well remember the fight I had against, I forget his name. Fuck. The shady fucker. Anyway, that was some good stuff. Deus Ex, still the world building and the sneaking, I'll always adore.
Gaunter.
No, we didn't find Gontro Dim.
Odim.
No, it wasn't Gontro Dim, it was the other dude. The one who made the contract with Gontro Dim. Anyway, Deus Ex, I'll always adore sneaking games. I love Metal Gear, I love Deus Ex. I'm really looking forward to playing Metal Gear Solid 5, which might happen this year.
Oh, right.
No promises, but it might.
Old geared.
Yeah, Soul Geared, that was it. Thank you. Anyway, Deus Ex Human Revolution, I not only love the sneaking in it, I also extremely love the world building. So, yeah, definitely a very good game, and a very disappointing sequel. Mankind Divided, I mean. Anyway, Until Dusk was a surprising favorite, and I think we all enjoyed that quite a bit. You probably a bit more than me, mostly because you didn't need to read everything. But then again, you had to listen to my shitty voice, so maybe you didn't enjoy it as much as I did. Who knows? Soma, yeah, I mean, I'm sure we all got worked up over Soma to some extent, and I really liked the kinds of themes they discussed, even if I didn't agree with how stupid the characters were at times that discussed the themes. It was still just very relieving in a way to see a game tackle these kinds of topics in such a respectful manner. Like, oftentimes what you get is... in this game, maybe. You get writers who, like, just trash certain concepts and like don't really handle them with the care and attention they need in order to really flourish, and then it just ends up with you having a mouth full of shit and it just tastes bad and rotten. And Soma really didn't do that. It was solid. And I also liked that it was, you know, it wasn't so spooky that I couldn't play it, but it also wasn't just...
Stream died for a minute for me there.
No frames dropped, so must have been on Twitch or YouTube or your end. I don't know, sorry. Anyway, it struck a good balance between not being spooky at all and being too spooky for me. So that was nice for me. Witcher 3, Blood and Wine, yeah. Loved the song, didn't love the story as much. That's about all I can say. Ghost Trick. I'm not sure if there's a single video game story out there that has more plot twists and genuine intrigue and unexpected things happening while still maintaining integrity somehow. And I think, especially for a first time, this game is amazing for people. So, yeah. I'm almost definitely going to play Ace Attorney, the newest one, this year. So, if you're looking for more crazy stories and stupid shit happening and having a great time with that, you'll be in for a treat, I'm sure. Night in the Woods, it always looked like a game I would enjoy, but I wasn't sure what to make of it. Like, I wasn't sure what exactly to expect. And what I got out of it was a really charming and down-to-earth, realistic kind of portrayal of, you know, a young 20-something and her friends and how they deal with their lives. And it was...
Spirit of Justice was really good and I honestly enjoyed it through and through.
Good. And like, I'm always... Whenever you have a story that portrays real drama and portrays characters in a believable, realistic way, where I can feel these as real people, then you're gonna have me in the sack. You're gonna have me sold on that. And Night in the Woods really delivered in this aspect. It was really good. I didn't really care that much for the actual story, but the dynamics and relationships between the characters overshadowed that so much that I didn't care, really. Persona 5. They made so many steps forward, and they still have such a long way to go. I wish you the best of luck, Atlas. You could make an amazingly good game, but for some reason you just don't. I don't get it. And I don't get the people who don't have so many problems with this game as I do. There's so many people, like, I've looked on sites giving, like, review sites and, like, meta scores and whatever, and it gets, like, 95s and stuff out of 100, and I'm like, what? What is going on? Yeah. It's still up there, but the reason it's up there is because I streamed it. If I had played this on my own, I would have dropped it. I can guarantee you that. The only reason it's up there so high is because you were there to shit on the game with me all the way through. So, thank you so much for that. Also, I know, already talked about that at length. Zelda Breath of the Wilds, again, as with Odyssey, I don't really understand the huge amount of hype people had for the game and how they adored it so much. I guess I'm I guess what for me is necessary for me to enjoy a game thoroughly is a good and solid story. Zelda does not have that. It barely has a story. And the parts it has are so few in between and so devoid of impact. I just didn't feel it. Maybe it's because I don't really care for any of the other Zelda games, but yeah, the part that I just enjoyed was the free roaming and, you know, the exploration, which is another thing I appreciate a lot about a lot of games that actually do it, but I need something more. You know, the reason why I like Myst better than, say, Zelda Breath of the Wild, even though Myst has no characters except, practically no characters, and it is because it still portrays, it gives me more depth about the worlds that we inhabit than Zelda did. And I don't know, it just, for a lot of the things in Breath of the Wild, it just felt like they were sort of there. They didn't really, it was like, there's like, okay, so there's Terrytown, which is basically like a quest about one of these woodworkers building their own town and stuff. But it feels so detached from everything else. It doesn't matter, like it's in a certain place, but nothing that happens anywhere else really has any impact or connection. It feels all so detached. And that's kind of the problem I had with it. Like, nothing you do really affects much of anything else. Which is just kind of, I don't know, it just feels more like a loose collection of things than a coherent whole, I guess. Which is a very vague kind of way to state it, but I can't really formulate it better. Anyway, Mankind Divided, I already talked about that. Bastion, still love it. Odyssey, yeah. It just, I don't know. It just didn't have the same kind of soul and splendor as Galaxy did for me, so it's just, I don't know, left me a bit cold, I guess. Detention was a very... If you ever played or saw The Cat Lady, you will know why I love Detention. It is extremely similar in terms of style and story and execution and stuff. If you have not seen The Cat Lady, go play it or watch it yourself. It is very good. I might stream it at some point, but no plans for that, so... yeah, The Cat Lady, excellent recommendation. If you liked Detention to any sort of degree. Myst, yeah, already talked a bit about why I love it.
The Cat Lady is brilliant.
Yes. I do plan on playing the previous game from the same developer as The Cat Lady, the one they did before The Cat Lady. I have that in my Steam library, and I do plan on streaming it. Maybe this year. We'll see. Mania was basically like the olden Sonic games, but more graphically detailed, more fluid in its gameplay. But it was also very short. It felt very short. I guess it felt about the same length as an early classic Sonic game. You know, I think it played for like 2 streams, so about 3 to 4 hours or something, 3 hours maybe. And classic games are like each like 1 to 3 hours, I believe, as well. So it was about the same length, but I've been spoiled. I've gotten used to other games, so that just feels short nowadays. Especially, you know, when you're having such a good time. Dungeon, it's just too hard for me. I wish there were different difficulty settings. If there are, I must have missed them, but it's just, I can't even get the most basic kind of progression going. I can't do it. I wish I could. I wish the game was easier because I really enjoy actually playing it. It's just hard to a point where I'm too much of a scrub to put that much time into getting better at it. And maybe I even just can't, so... Yeah, if they implement an easy mode, I'll have a look again. But until then, nope. Pokemon Moon, sort of revitalized my interest for Pokemons.
I tried Gungeon a bit recently. I agree, the game is really darn tough. I only got through the first boss.
Yeah. It's, Pokemon Moon revitalized my interest in the Pokemon franchise, which was a really unexpected kind of deal. I picked it up because there was sort of... I didn't have anything else to do, and I watched like one stream Vinny did of it, and I was like, fuck it, might as well play fucking Pokemon game again. And then I really enjoyed it. I loved it. And so, yeah. Streaming it again was nice. It wasn't as good as, you know, when I played it myself for the first time, but it was still a good time overall, I believe. Fire Emblem Awakening. I love strategy games. Fire Emblem has a nice deal with that. It's, I guess, a nice system that they have in place. But the fucking anime part of it is just... Story is so bad. It's so bad. Like, if they thought Persona 5 was bad, Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm still putting it relatively high simply because I like the fucking strategy part of it so much. One Shot was, well, a nice almost one-shot stream of it. Whatever the developer puts out again, I will most likely play it. It was solid, but very short again. But if they do something else, I'll probably enjoy it as well. So, Transistor, again, it's still a disappointing entry from Big Giant after the masterpiece that is Bastion. And now they put out their third game, Pyre, which is like a card game RPG thing or something. I don't even know. I so don't care about that. I don't know. It's just such a game. It's such a fucking shame that after Bastion, which was such an amazingly fluid sort of hack and slash game that I enjoyed a lot, they just diverged from that so much. I don't know. I mean, I guess they don't like doing hack and slash things. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I'm just disappointed every time I think about Big Giant games, Super Giant games. Lisa, I already talked about pretty much everything I think about that. Fate's Birthright is if you take Fire Emblem Awakening and then you think, how can I make everything worse? And that's how you get this game. It's also if you take this and then you think, that story is fucking amazingly brilliant. How can I make this so stupid that it's really just anime tropes and dumb bullshit happening? How can I do that? Oh, I know. I'll make this game. Reason it's not at the bottom is because I still remember enjoying shitting on the game. And I still remember fondly the last stream I did of it, where we just activated easy mode and the game basically played itself. That was fucking hilarious. Mystery Journey, again, that's sort of a temporary judgment at the moment from what I've played of it, which isn't very much. Might still rise the ranks, or it might not. Frambao, a nice attempt at an indie game that sort of started falling apart towards the end, and it kind of lost me. in it. I don't know. Kind of Alan Age was very Kind of enjoyed the mechanics of it, but it was mostly just Yeah, that's it. My ranking. Now let's take a look at what other people have made. Alright, first we'll take a look at Pincers. Here we go. That's his list. What do we got? Ghost Trick as first one. That is very interesting. Wow. Huh. I didn't expect you to like it that much. That's... yeah. Interesting. Alright, Nier Automata, that's expected.
I really liked the story.
Yeah, I mean, it's so good. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea how I would rate it if that had been my first time. I have no idea. Might have been like second place or something. I don't know. Doma, yeah. Witcher 3, Hearts of Stone, Blood and Wine, really consecutively. Okay. We know Hotel Dusk, Sandomania, yeah. Interesting that you put Metal Gear Solid 3 at the bottom there. Well, not at the bottom, but like lower there. Interesting. I expected that to be fairly high on your list. But I guess my gameplay was kind of shitty. But I feel like Chikuchi alone should, you know, elevate the game. Pokemon Moon, wow. Interesting. That is very high. Interesting, yeah. Odyssey and Splatoon. Alright. Splatoon more so than Persona. Wow. Alright. That is definitely surprising. Yeah. Zaldo. Layton's Mystery Journey. Really? You enjoyed that more than Human Revolution? Mankind Divided? Really?
It was entertaining, but as I was already familiar with MGS3, I did not pay that much attention to it.
I guess that's fair, yeah. Really though? Mystery Journey more than Human Revolution? Huh. That is astounding. Let's see, one shot at the bottom. Really now? Huh. Ranbow, Nine in the Woods. I guess he didn't really... Nine in the Woods didn't really do it for you? That is some major discrepancy between my list there. Interesting.
I guess, yeah.
Alright. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, I'm most surprised by Deus Ex.
The main character was a bit too quirky for me.
I don't know, I didn't feel like May was very quirky. Just quippy more. Which, I'm a very quippy person, so... I guess that chimed with me. But this, in the middle here, this makes no sense to me this year. This 15 to 19? What the fuck was going on there? Mystery Journey more than Human Revolution. I don't know what to think of that. Alright. Let's see. Let's have a look at Genji's list. Splatoon 2 as top? What? What? Are you crazy? Holy shit, I didn't think you'd enjoy it that much. Wow. Missed as well? Oh my god. That is a very surprising list so far.
I really like watching your Splatoon 2 play.
That is extremely unexpected, but I'm very glad to hear it, because you'll get more
And
of it.
Mist was great fun even if I missed some streams.
Some streams, we did only like 2 of them. I think we only did 2. Let me see. Eco, we should continue that at some point, but fucking emulator is just...
I think I missed almost half of the second stream.
Really? Yeah, it was only 2 streams. Huh. Well... then it's all the more surprising that you loved it so much. Here's Axiom Revolution, Night in the Woods, Hotel Dusk, Lost We Know, Divided, Breath of the Wild, Nier Automata.
But I did include Riven into it with Mist as well.
Right, which we only did 1 stream of. We'll get back to it at some point, I promise. Persona 5, Witcher Plea, Blood and Wine, Tension, Layton's Mystery Journey. It's interesting that both of you have Layton's Mystery Journey this high. I guess just a game that is mostly reading is much more fun to watch than it is to play. But like, you know, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think you're both also not very familiar with the rest of the Layton games except for the one we played last year. So I guess you're like I'm having disappointment bias against it. Maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
One Shot, Odyssey. Soma is fairly low on your list for that, huh? Interesting. Yeah. Interesting that you put One Shot that high.
I've played first Layton through and I think I got halfway through second Layton.
Okay. Well, then at least you have some idea. Pinter says I really don't know what the other Laytons are like. Yeah, I've considered streaming other Laytons, and I'll probably do it at some point. But no promises on that. Layton makes the same kind of plot twists that Ghost Trick does. So if you enjoy Ghost Trick so much, you should enjoy the Layton stories as well. They're less quirky and more serious, sort of, but they have the same kind of they feel kind of similar, I guess. Okay, and what else we got? Victoria, Enter the Gungeon, Lisa, Pokemon Moon. Yeah. Is this your friend? Okay. On Age from out. Okay. The Silent Age, yes. The mechanics were interesting, but it wasn't enough. As I explained, like, the games that do it best for me are the ones that marry an interesting story with deep world building and fun gameplay in that order. And Silent Age had somewhat fun gameplay. It was interesting, but it wasn't terribly so. I think I remember that especially towards the end I was just getting tired because the puzzles were sort of the same over and over again. And the story just wasn't really there at all much. So, I don't know, that just, you know. And world building was actually probably the best aspect of the Silent Age. But there just wasn't that much of it. I'm surprised, Gingy, that you're putting Fire Emblem Awakening and Fates into the fuzzy memories thing. I thought that would have made more impact on you, especially because we had fairly long stretches where we just ridiculed the games and like were mad at them. I remember that quite well. So that's interesting. But yeah, I'm guessing that Nier is so low on your list, well, relatively low on your list, because you dropped out like before we even got through half of it. I hope you'll stick with me for my second playthrough in February. I won't spoil anything, so you can enjoy the story as it is.
I really want to play Nier by myself.
I can promise you that it's still fun to play even if you do know the story. I can definitely promise you that. It is, it's a Platinum game. I mean, do I really need to say much more than that? Platinum has always been very solid in gameplay and replayability. I'm pretty sure that one of the core design things that they do at Platinum, as opposed to many other studios, is ensure that the games are replayable. Like Okami is very replayable. Bayonetta is as well. Like fucking Wonderful 101 is. Nier is. All the other things, you know. They're all to a good extent made to be well replayable, whereas other games are basically throwaway. Like, that's another thing that I mentioned about Persona 5, is that, like, they throw away an entire month of endgame time for no reason. And I think the reason is so that you cannot finish social links and need to replay it to get the rest of the content. But that's not really a reason to replay the game. That's just the developer shitting on you and forcing you to replay it to see the rest of the stuff, which is despicable in my opinion. So yeah, you know, that's like disgusting, and other games are just not really made to be replayed because they don't really offer much beyond the story unless you want to re-see the story. But I don't think that's a danger for Platinum games. Anyway, those are the lists. Here's mine a bit bigger. You can see it better. Should have done that from the beginning, but I kind of forgot. Whoops. Sorry about that. It just says, I relatively liked Pokemon a lot from what I remember. Watching you now down through watching mow down opponents with ease was cool. Really, I don't remember doing that. I talked with Santomic recently about the game since he bought it as well, but he hasn't finished it. It's weird because he played pretty much all of the Pokemon games, the other ones. And he even used like a fucking comparison table all the time to see which was weakness and whatever, and he was like saying stuff about how unfair the game seemed and like how he had to like start out like how he died a couple of times and that sort of ruined it for him. But I don't, in both of my gameplay playthroughs, I don't remember ever dying actually. I think I died like maybe once or something. Didn't play many Pokemon, so it was something new for me too. Yeah. I think I explained this, but like the last Pokemon I played was Black 2, and I really hated that. It was so boring. I dropped it, and it was years ago. Before that, the only one I played was like the original Red or something, back when I was a bab. So yeah, anyway, that's the list. That's 2017 in terms of streams. Right. So let's see how many. You know, like, I don't think I can count the thing. Let me see if I can do a thing here. Let me scroll down. 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 9 months, 8 months, 10 months. I want to see how many streams I did 1 year ago. Let me just select that. That's a lot of streams, Jesus. I want to count how many we did. Oops, that's too far. Wait. Browser is lagging like hell. Here we go. Rune Factory, that was still going a year ago. Jesus Christ. Fire Emblem Awakening. Here we go. Oh, Fran Bao is still in there. I mean, I hate that it doesn't just display the fucking date. Proper one. Okay. Guess I'll just make that. Okay. Let me see if we can. We can quickly count this. So we want to keep all the lines. That's not how that works. Why? Fuck. I hate fucking things. Ugh. Here we go. Or maybe, yeah. Okay, so that's all the videos. That's 343 streams. That's a lot. I mean, that sometimes in a day I split it up. But that's a lot of streams. It's almost a stream for every day in the year. Even though Fire Emblem Fates had some awful stuff, it's still largely a blur for me. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I also don't remember too much from it. Okay, so now how can I do this? I want to add it all up, is the thing. Let me see. Do that, and then this, and then okay, now I need to fix these up. Give me a minute. That can't be right. Yeah, no, that can't be right. Wait, no, okay. Oh, right, I see. So now we'll write a short program to calculate the times. Loop. Did I call it? Hi. Give me a minute. I'll have this done.
Welcome to Wednesday Treehouse stream.
Yeah, nah. Come on, HMS. Oh wait, it should probably actually. So we need S plus 60M. Wait. Oh, God. What the fuck? What? Wait. God damn it. Fucking stupid as hell. I'm sorry this is taking so long. It should not. Is there anything where it's not fucking... No, it should be fine. Why is this not working as intended? God damn it. Why are you not giving me any fucking information? H is 0. And what is not? What? I don't get this. This is weird. God damn it. Oh. Herpaderp. There we go. The amount of seconds. So we'll do $682 hours.
I miss
55 minutes.
Pamparam.
Pamparam? Oh yeah, fucking... Of course, everyone misses Pamparam. 60, 60, 24. Let's see how many days that is. That's 26 days. Full streams. You choked to death on 3 pounds of steel. Anyway, yeah, 26 full days of streams. Jesus Lord. Can you believe that? That's a lot of stream. So much time wasted, oh my god. Thank you for wasting your time with me.
You streamed for almost a full month.
Yeah.
Stream.
Grem. Alright. Wow. That's interesting. Now, hold on. Let's look at the statistics of how many videos were watched. How many people actually watch a fucking recording of this shit. And I can tell you, it's not gonna be much.
2.
Yeah, that's about right. Ah, jeez. Yeah, see, 2. Let's see here, analytics. Lost. There we go.
Sort them by most views.
72,000 minutes watched. Average 8 minutes. Wow. 8,000 views, barely. At least we started gaining stuff towards the end here. Not sure if it counts views during streams. For some reason, especially towards the end of Persona, I was getting like 70 to 100 views on the stream itself. Which is surprising. So apparently the study session for Trial has the most watch time, which is not all that surprising. Lady Layton? What? 260 views? What the fuck? Blew them there. Unidentified video. Yeah, so pretty much none of my... Apparently Finland makes most of my geography. Hello, Genji. I'm sure you're not over-representing things. Oh, goodness. But yeah, it's not at all surprising that, my game's stuff doesn't show up, like, at all. Okay, so what do you got here?
I represent only myself.
Yeah, but apparently you represent Finland according to Google. Lady Layton. And then... Yeah. No. Lady Layton again. Nothing. Ruin Factory. The next one, interesting. Trails of fucking Cold Steel, Jesus. God damn it. I didn't include that one on purpose. It was a fucking travesty. And then Persona 4, really. Part 8? Why that in specific? I guess because of the incisive title. Sensory title. Yeah. That's about what I expected. So you see, we're getting into the numbers of... This isn't even any views at all. So, yeah. Not surprising. Pretty much nobody watches my recordings, is the gist of this. So, hooray! I'm really popular now. I don't care. I'm just doing this so I have an excuse to play video games. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for sticking around and stuff. Yeah. And thank you for still watching things. What are we gonna do for the rest of the time? Let's see. I don't want to start anything big. Because we don't have that much time left in the day. In the evening. But yeah, I think this was it for the revisit. I don't really know what else to talk about 2017 except the streams. It was kind of it was a good year for video games, but it was a pretty shitty year for everything else.
I will pay my debt to you by forever watching your streams.
I'm not sure if you want to do that, dude. Sounds like a bad deal.
2017 was a year.
It was indeed.